Um, so we celebrate all the what's the word I'm looking for? Non-religious trappings of Christmas. Um, but you're right. Baha'is do um, um, acknowledge, that's the right word, all the manifestations, all the prophet manifestations, including Jesus. Um, but the idea is you don't want to, we're not going to celebrate it and talk about Jesus being the reason for the season. Go to church or anything like that. But I like having a tree and I like putting up ornaments. In fact, here is a picture of the ornaments. What we do every year is we trade ornaments. We get ornaments for each other. And here are the ornaments that we did for this year. Here's the backside. And we designed them on a website called Zazzle.com. So anyway, it was so I think it differs. Probably most Baha'is don't celebrate it at all. But I do. I like it. I like putting up the decorations and I like the tree and it was fun this year having Anina here too. Because she's not religious. Yeah, she goes to, I think she described herself as Catholic, but it's kind of like most Latin countries, for many people, it's a thing of identity, but not really a worship. Um, so, um, but like Beth and I we don't buy any presents at all for each other, for the kids. Yeah, we do stocking stuffers because those are kind of fun, but that's it. We usually do our gift giving at Yamiha, which is, as you know, Nikki, I'm sure, because of all the work you've done on studying it, is at the end of February. So, um, so what have I been up to, you might ask? Dan, I think that was you that asked that. Well, New Year's Day, I went and swam 10,000 yards. So I went and swam a 10K with the high school boys team. That's my idea of a good time. In fact, it was actually a lot of fun because I got in with the two fast kids, and even though they're far faster than I am, they can swim, the 100 or the 200 faster than I can. Probably I can swim a mile faster than them in 49-degree water with no wetsuit. Boom, baby, yeah. Um, but they were swimming on a minute 30 intervals, and usually I can probably hold over long distance probably a minute 22 maybe. No, I'm talking long distance like 5,000 yards. 10,000 yards a little tougher. So what we did is we started out with a minute 30 intervals, and we were, I was finishing those at about 115, 116, 117. So I had about 15 seconds to rest or 13 seconds to rest. And then at 4,000 yards, the one kid named Griffin, I was swimming with Griffin and Kyle. Griffin, and they were actually a little bit leery of me being in their lane, kind of like this old guy, and it's like, honestly, can I really keep up? Um, and so after 4,000 yards, he said they were going to speed up to 120, 100 for the next 1,000 yards. And I was able to throw it down, and I was able to keep up. Now, thankfully, we only did 1,000 yards of that on 120s. And so I was coming in about 115s, and I was huffing. I was feeling it after that 1,000. So at 5,000 yards, we took a 4-minute break. And then we swam the next 4,500 yards at 130 intervals again. Then after 9,500 yards, we did the next 100 as a 100-yard sprint butterfly with a block start off the starting blocks. And I was actually cool. I was able to do that in 119. I was really pleased with that. The two boys did it in 102 and 103, I think. And then right after that, we did a 100 sprint off the blocks, and I got a bad start. But I ended up at 104, and those guys were like at, I don't know, 56 and 57 or something ridiculous like that. Maybe 54. Anyway, it was fast. So, and then we did 300 cool down. So it was, I felt it though. I have not been swimming much. I've been swimming maybe 10,000 yards a week. Maybe. Probably more like 8,000 yards a week. So, you know, in last spring I was swimming 25 to 30,000 yards a week. So anyway, it's, but I really enjoyed it. It was, you know, obviously my favorite way of starting New Year's. And then I came home and I took a nap and then watched football. So all in all, it was a good day. I've been out hiking the dogs. Went out today, out on the backwaters, and Kyle and I took the dogs and went out and walked on this meandering stream that's all frozen over, part of the backwaters, and that was great. There was one point where we were looking at this super clear ice because there's no snow on the ice right now, and I was banging on it with a stick. I was like, "Man, Kyle, look how clear this is! It looks like the ice was like 4 inches thick." And then my foot falls through. Now, granted, where we were standing, it was only, you know, about 2 feet deep. So really, my foot, you know, I went in just up above the ankle, got out fast enough that my foot was completely wet, but I had a wool sock on. It was only 28 degrees, so it wasn't cold at all. So we just, you know, finished the hike, and you know, I was fine. But anyway, that was a lot of fun. I love being out there. It's just a beautiful spot. And also the latest thing I'm working on right now, I'm fiddling with this hardware. I don't know if you noticed this, but I had told you guys, or maybe I've shown you pictures. I don't know, but we're sort of steampunking out Mugby, and we're creating this whole steampunk look inside the Huff Street store. One of the things is Duncan designed, and he and I built this bookshelf out of black pipe. I think I've shown you guys a picture of this before, and I found this old light fixture for 50 cents at the like the Restore, which is, you know, recycled building materials and light fixtures and things like that. Now the problem is I had no way of mounting this fixture on the pipe without putting like a metal receptacle box, you know, like a metal gang box, you know what I'm talking about, like the kind you see in the wall or the ceiling. And that wasn't going to be the look I wanted. You know, galvanized box is not going to go with black pipe and brass and copper. So it's been, April since Duncan left, and I haven't done a thing to it because I just haven't really applied myself to figuring it out. So today I finally figured it out. So here's what I decided to do, was to take the metal gang box and then wrap it in copper. So what I have is a sheet of, this is probably like a 32nd thick, a sheet of copper. And here is one that I'm in the middle of. You can see what I'm doing is I'm wrapping it, folding, essentially snipping it and folding the tabs over, and eventually I have something like this. Now you won't see the bottom of this because this will be attached to the black pipe. Will come up here, and then this will screw through and attach this box. Then what I'll do is I'll put this lid on here, and then that fixture will go on top of that. Because the problem was I could attach this fixture directly to the black pipe, this lighting fixture, but all the wires were going to show in this lantern-like device, and you'll see it in the pictures that I put up here. In fact, let me show you right now. Here's a picture. Okay, so you saw that. And so I didn't want all those wires to show inside that lantern look. So I'm going to put that box on, and then here is, you can see I've marked it, and I'll cut slits and then fold those tabs over so that essentially I'm encasing this in this copper. So there'll be a copper lid on this as well. So that's what I've been up to today. And, and right now, actually Mugby, the Huff Street store was closed from Christmas Day through New Year's Day. So I've been in there doing a little bit of work, drilled some new holes and we cleaned some things. I blew all the compressors out, that kind of thing. But this is actually the funnest thing because Duncan is going to be so pleased with me. Fortunately, copper's nice and soft, so you can really mold it well. But Duncan's going to be pleased because really we've been working on this for a long time. So, and then like I said, I've got it wired, and so we'll have lights in it, and I think it'll be kind of cool when it's done. So that's what I've been working on, and that's what I've been up to. And it seems like I had one more thing to talk about. Nothing. Curling starts again next week. Beth and I are going to go to a show up in the cities on Thursday. Marshall leaves on Thursday, so we'll take him up, drop him off at the airport, and then she and I will go to a show and then go to a hotel. And that is it. I think that's my story. Sticking to it.